President and board members. I'd like to just take a few minutes of your time today to talk about WES. As you know, we're coming up on the one-year anniversary of the WES service. So we want to just take a minute to talk about that service and what we're planning to raise awareness about that service and hopefully boost ridership. You have a handout in front of you, so if you turn to that. The first slide just shows opening day festivities a year ago. It was a great time of celebration. The first commuter rail line in the state of Oregon connects the cities of Beaverton, Tigard, Tualatin, and Wilsonville. And as I'm sure you're aware, our ridership has been around the 1,200 trips a day level with 97% on-time performance. Now, while that ridership is disappointing because of the economy and the loss of jobs in a lot of big employment centers near that rail line and near the MAX line, the riders have not been disappointed with that service. And in fact, they're very enthusiastic about the service. Last summer, we conducted a ridership survey, and it showed that riders really appreciated three things, and primarily three things about the service: the fast travel time, the comfortable ride, and the friendly conductors. The conductors received very high marks and provide real personal service for people who might be new to transit. They have somebody to talk to and ask about their transfer. So the people are very, very enthusiastic about the service. And just three examples that we want to share with you. Craig Brown lives in Wilsonville, works in downtown Portland, and he told us that he enjoys reading instead of driving, and that's very typical. A lot of people catch up on their reading on the train. Michael Goldsmith lives in Lake Oswego, works in Hillsboro, and what he likes is the convenience. He says, I get to do whatever I want, catch up on reading or email. And I love this quote: I have a lot of free time that I would normally have spent just snarling at the traffic. Kathy Figley is the mayor of Woodburn, a regular rider. She works at near the Hull Nimbus station. She loves riding west because you can do something productive with your commute time. It's less stressful, the seats are comfortable, the conductors are great, and you can even see wildlife along the way. So that's typical of the types of things that we heard from riders. So given that survey, we thought we had a good opportunity to build on those kinds of testimonials for an awareness and marketing campaign. When a service is only a year old, we know that even though we had a pretty good kickoff, you've got to keep telling people about the service and reminding them about the service to get them to ride. So starting today, we're launching a media campaign, low budget, in-house production that focuses on WES works. It's fast, friendly, and comfortable. And of course, we'll use those attributes that we heard in the testimonials to let people know about the service. Less stress, time to do other things, friendly conductors, on time. We really want to stress the connections to buses and MAX because we're finding a lot of people are using those connections to get to big employment centers like Intel and Nike and to get downtown. And of course it saves money compared to driving. We're using a variety of methods. We're using transit ads. Those are the ads that you see on the sides of buses and trains, and of course WES. And that's space that we have available that we can do our own advertising on. We'll use these testimonials in various places like the TriMet website, electronic newsletters. We'll produce an in-house TriMet TV episode. We're going to do a special promotion on giving away a Kindle for people who try the service and can put their name in a collection on board. And we know that a lot of people are riding the service with Kindles because they like to catch up on reading. Of course, earned media with the news release that's going out today, and that's attached at the back of your handout. There's a variety of other ongoing marketing efforts. We'll do a direct mail piece that will reach 85,000 households. It's really targeted to people who live along the alignment. We'll use Twitter and other social media to get the word out. We're launching a new effort at employers who are along West and along Max with transportation fares. And we're going to produce some television ads that will be very targeted to Comcast Tualatin Valley Zone, again very targeted to those riders. So we've been focusing on commuters, and as you've heard a few times this morning, the number of commuters has dropped significantly in our region during the high unemployment. We've got a couple of new audiences that we want to try to reach, including commuters that are going to Salem. And we were very surprised at the number of people that are riding all the way to Salem, taking West and then transferring to the bus service that goes into Salem. And the other market that we found that I think there's a lot of opportunity this summer is family with kids. And we saw a lot of parents with their kids because kids love trains, and they're just out for an outing and an adventure and they want to go ride the train. So that's another new target market that we'll focus on, especially this summer. So with that, just wanted to let you know what we're up to and open to any questions.
Yeah, just real briefly, riding west, let's say jumping on in Wilsonville, going to Beaverton, cost for ridership is like a one-way up that just did one time.
For the rider?
Yes.
It's a regular all-zone fare.
It's still a regular
yeah.
all-zone fare.
Can they at that point get on Max and continue that same fare to be able to do it in a normal fashion?
So it's priced pretty competitively and really.
Very.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Maybe just as we're leaving, one of the things that Carolyn stressed, and obviously the riders have noted, is the friendliness of the conductor. I just want to make sure you understand why we have conductors on it, because we don't have conductors on the Max or on the buses. And the reason is a federal railroad requirement is to have a second trained operator who then can serve as the conductor. But if there is in fact a need to be able to throw switches or back up or various other sorts of things, the Federal Railroad Administration, which regulates the West because it is a commuter rail, is under that federal authority, different than light rail, and as a result, that is the requirement. So it's, I mean, what it does is obviously it serves the customer very well, as you can tell from the testimonials, but it is an expense that is a requirement of the Federal Railroad Administration.
Okay, great, thank you.